everyone, welcome to my channel Farishta O Mirage. I hope you are counting on the blessings of your lives. It's been so long since I haven't been active on my channel because I was busy managing my responsibilities, being a teacher, a daughter, a sister and a friend. After my vacation, it was hard for me to make new videos as I used to make. This time, I dared to experiment with my new video, hoping that you will enjoy it. Thank you for supporting this channel, and I am looking forward to more support from you. Click like, share, and subscribe. Do you know what a tiara is and where it comes from? Have you ever noticed the difference between a crown and a tiara? Does the queen always wears a tiara? Do you know what symbolism and significance a tiara has? What is the difference between a crown and a tiara? Have you ever studied the rules for wearing a tiara? Can you tell me the names of popular tiaras? I will discuss it along with the painting, and you will be amazed by all the information I'm going to share with you. Tiaras are fascinating pieces of jewelry that have a long and rich history. The word tiara comes from the ancient Persian word tiara, meaning a tall, conical headdress worn by kings. Tiaras were originally worn by men as a symbol of power and authority in ancient civilizations such as Egypt, Greece, Rome, and Persia. Tiaras became popular among women in Europe during the 18th century, when they were influenced by the classical styles of ancient Greece and Rome. The tiara became an essential part of women's attire for court ceremonies, balls, dinners, and other gala occasions. Tiaras are often made of precious metals such as gold, silver, or platinum, and adorned with gemstones such as diamonds, pearls, rubies, emeralds, and sapphires. Some tiaras have detachable parts that can be worn as brooches, necklaces, and earrings. Tiaras are usually worn by royalty and nobility, but these can also be worn by celebrities, brides, and anyone who wants to feel glamorous and elegant. Tiaras can reflect the personality, style, and status of the wearer. Physically, the tiara and crown differ in shape. The base of the crown is always a full circle, and the tiara is a semicircle. While the crown is bestowed on the heads of both men and women, tiaras are worn by women. Wearing a tiara has some rules to follow. The royalty needs to follow it religiously. 10 rules I'm going to share here. Rule number 1. Most royals wearing their first tiara on their wedding day. A few decades ago, almost every occasion was a tiara occasion. Princess Margaret was known to wear one to everything from theatre shows to dinner. But nowadays, our royal women's nuptials are the first occasions they will wear one. Whether they belong to royal family by blood, like Princess Eugenie, or marrying into the family like Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle, most hold off their first go until they wear one for their wedding. Rule number 2. Tiaras are to be worn after 5 p.m. except at weddings. The royals tend to skip the diamonds while the sun is up. Events held at night are much more likely to attract some diadems. Ladies are excused from that rule to wear one on their wedding days, as these ceremonies usually held at daytime. Rule number 3. Tiaras are loaned to one person for an entire lifetime. Have you ever noticed that once one royal wears a tiara, another doesn't wear it after her? That's because tiaras are usually lifetime loans. That means once it's loaned to someone, it's theirs and theirs only for their entire life. For example, Catherine Duchess of Cambridge currently has 3 tiaras on loan from the Queen: the Cartier scroll, the Cambridge lover's knot, and the lotus flower. However, the Duchess clearly favors the last two, as she hasn't worn the scroll again since her wedding, despite having it at her disposal. Rule number 4. Tiaras are often sewn into the hair, as it prevents the tiara to fall off from the head. Women will often have a piece of hair braided across and then have the base of the tiara sewn into that. Rule number 5. One must disguise the band when worn. The only part of the tiara you see is the design on the top. But all tiaras are built onto a wire base that nestles into the hair. Before wearing one, the lady will have the band wrapped in a length of velvet that matches the color of her hair so that it blends in. The band may also have a bit of elastic at the back which they can tuck into updos. Rule number 6. Tiaras are loaned officially and specifically. Although it is a long-running fantasy of ours, ladies can't just pick and wear whatever tiara they please. When an occasion is coming up, for example, a wedding, the queen will either choose one for them to wear or give them a small selections to pick from. At this point, it's unknown whether the lady has any say in terms of style or size. Rule number 7. No tiaras before 18. It is an unwritten rule. Tiaras are not worn by royal ladies under the age of 18. In fact, many princesses and ladies were gifted tiaras for their birthday, as it meant they could start wearing them to events. Rule number 8. Aside from weddings, there are only a certain number of occasions a tiara is appropriate for. These include state visits, inaugurations, coronations, balls, and royal dinners. Rule number 9. The tiara's history matters a lot. They aren't just pretty and sparkly. When a tiara is being chosen for a specific person, the history behind that tiara comes into question. For example, rumor has it that Meghan was denied an emerald piece she had her eye on, as it has ambiguous Russian ties. Meanwhile, Kate was specifically loaned the Cambridge lover's knot, as it was based off a tiara owned by Princess Augusta of Hesse, the Duchess of Cambridge. Rule number 10. Tiaras are rarely taken overseas unless the Queen orders it. Ladies usually skip tiaras for events overseas, no matter how important they are. A few rare exceptions include foreign royal weddings and diplomatic visits. Wearing a tiara is also a task. There are rules on how you should place a tiara. Tiara placement is actually a bit of a point of contention. If you look at earlier images of tiaras worn back in the 1920s, they were often very far to the front of the head, even coming down over the top of the forehead. However, these days, modern tiaras are worn slightly further back. The issue with placing a tiara too far back is that the jewelling will no longer face forward but up, reducing sparkle and effervescence. According to Tetler, The proper placement is easy to find with a simple process. Place your thumb on your chin indent and your forefinger between the brows. Keep the fingers the same distance apart but move the thumb up between the brows and the forefinger to the top of the head. Where that finger lands, it is the perfect place for tiara placement. Dear viewers, will you name the famous tiaras of history worldwide? Some of the most iconic and famous tiaras in history are the Queen Mary Diamond Bandeau Tiara. This tiara was worn by Meghan Markle when she married to Prince Harry. The tiara originally belonged to Queen Mary, aka Queen Elizabeth's grandmother. The tiara itself was made in 20th century, but the center brooch, which is detachable and includes 10 different diamonds, is actually from 19th century. Another famous one is the Cartier Hello School Tiara. This tiara was worn by Kate Middleton when she married Prince William. It was originally purchased by King George VI for his wife and later gifted to then Princess Elizabeth on her 18th birthday. The tiara has 739 brilliant cut diamonds and 149 pattern-shaped diamonds. The Spencer tiara was worn by Princess Diana when she married Prince Charles and continued to wear it to events afterward. It belongs to the Spencer family and was made from various pieces of jewelry. The central part was a wedding gift given to Diana's grandmother. I hope today's video proves to be insightful and interesting to all of you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on my painting. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Till then, stay creative.